Welcome back to the gun dungeon, guys. Still sitting here cranking out some of these little 380s here. Nothing special, just little bare lead, round nose, 380, Lincoln loads, which strangely enough is one of the rounds that you can load and save money on from the handgun perspective. 380s always cost more than it should, my opinion, but anyways. So, topic for today, we've kind of had a little series going there for a little while, kind of back and forth really, of if you could onlys. So today, it's if you could only have 5 guns total, what would you choose? So I've already done the if I could only have 3, I think, or maybe it was on 3 calibers. But either way, the way that I see this is it essentially means I'm going to be picking 2 rifles and 2 handguns because I'm always going to choose, number one, always going to choose a 12 gauge pump as the very first gun, no matter what. If I can only have one, that was what I said that I would take. So that one's always going to be in there. 12 gauge pump, number one. So that leaves 4 slots, 2 of which I'm going to make handguns, 2 of which I'm going to make rifles. Now, I've actually thought about this one ahead of time. I actually thought about this one last night laying in bed. So just so you know, it's kind of weird stuff that I do. But I thought about this one and I kind of came down to if I can only have 2 handguns and 2 rifles, I'm going to prioritize my handguns with one being a full-size duty style handgun, semi-auto of course, and then I'm going to prioritize a small carry gun. Now, when it comes to the small carry gun, that's where it gets a little bit tricky on which route I would go, because do I want to go so small that I can pocket carry it comfortably, such as like an LCP Max, something like that, or do I still want something that's got a little bit more firepower to it, I guess? Something more like a, Shield Plus or a, P365, something along those lines. So my option, or what I kind of concluded was, I took my LCP Max and my Shield Plus 30 Super Carry and put them side by side, and I think if I absolutely had to, I could get away with pocket carrying the Shield Plus if I bought shorts and stuff to accommodate it. I think I could in a have-to situation. I wouldn't want to, but I might be able to. But I also found this thing that I'm planning on trying. I've not tried it yet. I hope maybe you guys have and can give me some input before I buy it, which by the time this video comes out, I'll probably have already bought it and probably already have my opinion on it before this video actually airs. But it's leisure carry, and it's I think it's called like a cob or something, carry something, something like that. It's basically a little section of belt, and it's got 2 of the ulti clips on it that will clip onto like fabric. It's like a claw type clip, so it clip on like ball shorts. And then you use that section of belt on inside like ball shorts, and you can actually carry inside the waistband with sweatpants, anything with a drawstring basically that will hold the weight. And I'm going to try that, and if I can try that, I will get away from pocket carry and ball shorts altogether, and I'll probably get away from micro 380s altogether for the most part until requires some sort of deep concealment or something. But if I could go that route and that one's comfortable, then it's a no-brainer. Then that really opens it up. I go from having to worry about pocket size to anything, that route. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and assume that leisure carry little belt thing is going to work out for me. And I'm going to pick my P365 XL as my carry gun. I know it's a 9mm. I know in my 3 options, I didn't even pick 9mm. but I really, really like that P365 XL for if it was going to be like just a dedicated carry gun only. It's really, really tough to beat. So I'm going to go with that. And then when it comes to full-size duty style gun, this is where I get to keep my favorite, and I'm going to get a 10 millimeter. And I'm probably going to go Glock 20, maybe even a Glock 40. And if I want to, I can get conversion barrels for that, and I can have, 357 SIG, 9x23 Dillon. I can have all kinds of different calibers in it, plus 40 cal. 40 cal is a fairly inexpensive round to train with, shoot with. Can find it about anywhere, pretty common. 10 millimeter, getting real common these days. But it's so much versatility in that full-size gun that I'm not worrying about concealing. Yeah, it's a hefty gun. It's kind of weighty, but it's full-size. I'm going to be carrying it outside the waistband in a combat style rig anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that's what I'm going with the two handguns. And I feel like between those two, I've got a lot of bases covered. So let's just go ahead and just say Glock 20, just to narrow it down. We'll go Glock 20. Now, for the rifles. Now, in the rifle section, in the video before when I could only pick 3 calibers, I think it was, I chose 308. But now that I can have 2, I don't need one to cover all the bases. I can have 2 on each end of the spectrum, and that's what I'm going to go with. So when it comes to rifles, I'm going to choose my Tavor X95 in 5.56 for a freedom, life and liberty, defense, battle type rifle. So I'll have my high capacity, semi-automatic fighting rifle in my X95. And then when I need something that's got some more horsepower, I don't need a semi-automatic. I don't need high capacity. I don't need all those things that I needed with the one round and the one gun that I was narrowing it down to just one. Now I can just go with my standard old Remington 700 30-06 bolt action rifle, and there's not a single animal in North America that I can't take with that rifle. So hunting's covered, self-defense covered, life and liberty's covered. Boom. That's what I'm going with. And really, out of 5 guns, only one I feel like was kind of an oddball. And I'm generally a big fan of oddballs. We're generally a big fan of stuff that's kind of unique. But if you really think about it, we've had so many good options when it comes to calibers and rounds and cartridges and guns. And we're kind of living in the heyday of firearms right now when it comes to options. But we've had so many good options for so long. 12 gauge, can't beat it. 30-06, hard to beat that. 5.56, been around forever, hard to beat that for what it does. 9 millimeter, don't need to say anything about that. And then the old 10 millimeter, which everybody knows I'm a 10 millimeter nut. So that's kind of my one with that. You could have put any round in there, any full-size duty handgun that you just like in there, and been just fine, honestly. But I like to cover a lot of bases. I like to cover as many bases as I can in my selections. It's just the way that I operate in my brain, anyways. So let's hear 5 guns. That's all you can have. And I know everybody's, if I gotta have 5, I'm already shooting. I know. These are just fun, guys. It's just hypothetical. Make you think about stuff that's gun related and have fun with it. That's all it is. And honestly, it's just, I like to think about gun stuff. So anything that I can, make myself focus on specific strengths and weaknesses of firearms, calibers, cartridges, whatever, I like to do that. And that's kind of what these little exercises are. So let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Can't wait to hear them. Till next time, stay tuned.